Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. I am glad you're here. Today we're taking your questions about carnivore related topics, and generally whatever else you want to talk about, live right here on YouTube. If you're already here, go ahead and drop a comment over there. Let me know you can hear me okay. I've been working on my lag issues. The audio is still off just a little bit, but I've shut off the virtual background, and that seems to have fixed a lot of the problem, but I still got a few other kinks to work out. But just let me know you can hear me okay. And it says 5 by 5. Absolutely. Thank you. Now let me check and make sure. There we go. Good evening, afternoon, Bob and all. Hello. Got to look at the big screen. Tessa Pro, hello to you. I'm glad you're here. Let's see here. Don't forget to say hello as you're coming in. Hit the like button, do all that good stuff. I want to wait for just a few more people to get in here before I get into some of the stuff that I was going to talk about today. Just a brief programming note on things that are going to be showing up on my channel. I had originally thought that I was going to put the interviews that I'm doing out on Thursdays with the live stream on Friday, thinking that would give me a little bit of a 2-day break in there. But I think I'm going to put the interviews out on Tuesday. So I'll be doing interviews on Tuesdays and then live streaming on Fridays, so everything will be kind of mixed up just a little bit, so we don't have two things that are different from my normal stuff in a row. I think that's going to work out okay. Oh, we got a couple more people in here saying hello. Susan says, can hear you live here in Australia. It's Saturday morning here. Saturday morning there. It's still just Friday afternoon here in the States. I'm in the Central States. I'm in the Central Time Zone. And while I'm not in the geographic center of the United States, that's actually about 95 to 100 miles southwest of where I'm at here, to be in the exact geographical center of the United States, which is down in Kansas. But I am in the middle of the country. And Thomas Murphy, hello, Bob. Hear you loud and clear. I'm glad you're here, Thomas. For those of you that aren't aware, every time you see me kind of looking off that way, I'm not ignoring you guys. The camera's here. I'm still working on rearranging stuff. My camera right now is directly over top of my laptop screen. But my big editing monitor is just over there so that I can actually read your comments on the big monitor and have a little better chance of seeing you. And Teresa has arrived. Hello, Teresa. Welcome to you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you had fun down at KetoCon. Wait to see pictures on all that. But first thing we want to talk about today, one of my regular viewers, she's not here yet. She may or may not be here because, well, she just doesn't, but I know she'll see this eventually. So one of my regular viewers, Patty, had a birthday yesterday. So let's all say happy birthday to Patty when you see her in the comments. Yes, indeed, Patty had a birthday yesterday down there in North Carolina. Jackie has arrived. She's listening in. I'm guessing she's probably out driving around the city doing some door dashing or something here on a Friday afternoon, because this is the busy time for that. Everybody decides they don't want to cook, so they call up their DoorDasher and say, hey, go get me some food. I used to do that. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do that. Hello, Robert. How are you today? I hope everybody's having a great day wherever you're at. I am a little bit on the chilly side here because It's cold and rainy here in Nebraska. I did get out and walk a couple of times this week, but it's back down into the mid 50s and it's raining out. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But right now, it's not very nice out. And I was right. She's listening in. Yes, indeed. Bert has arrived. Hello, Bert. Video is perfect. Audio is good. It has a bit of a awkward noise effects. Okay. It might be my mic picking up fans on my laptop. I'm not sure what that noise is. But when I go back and listen to it on the replay, I'll see if I can't track that down and see what it is. Did the noise just get a little less for you than it was a few moments ago? So my fans just went down a notch on my computer. We'll see how it goes. I did. The berries rock. Yes, indeed they do. I would have loved to have gone, but it just wasn't in the cards for this year. Hopefully, I'll get to see some people as we move forward. Just remember on Thursday, I forgot to write the date down, but Hard to Kill Summit Omaha is at the end of July on a Friday, Saturday. Here on Thursday, I believe it's the 27th. Let me pull up my calendar here real quick for July. Yes, July the 27th is that Thursday before the Omaha Hard to Kill Summit. I am having a get together right here in Omaha, Nebraska. We're going to go up to the miniature golf course that I've been associated with for 34 plus years. We're going to set up some grills. We're going to do some hamburgers, and we're going to play some miniature golf. Anybody who wants to play for $1 or stroke, I'm happy to take you up on that. But yeah, we're going to play some miniature golf. Dave's going to cut us a great deal, so the golf's only going to be somewhere between $5 and $7 to play twice, 2 18-hole rounds. So it should be a pretty good time. I don't know. I haven't heard any definites for sure, but I know Keto Chow people are going to be in town for the Hard to Kill Summit. I think Joe and Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos are going to be in town. I'm hoping they come up to the meeting that Thursday night. It all depends on what else they've got going on and when they're actually getting into Omaha. But yeah, hopefully we get some people up there for that, because it ought to be a really good time the night before the summit starts. Kimber Smythe, howdy Bob from Grass Valley, California. Well, I hope you're doing great out there in California. And Tom has arrived. Hello, Tom. How are you today? Yep, only 9 likes. Hit that like button, and we got 17 people here. And, you know, I have to show you this because, you know, I told you I opened up a mailbox a couple of weeks ago. I went over. I've been checking it on Fridays, and I got my very first, I got to cover my eyes so it'll show up there. I got my very first birthday card in the mail today. Isn't that amazing? And it says, great news on your birthday. There's now a pill that reverses aging. Bad news, side effects may include fatigue, hair loss, indigestion, creaking joints, back pain, hypertension, clogged arteries, constipation, and memory loss. Have a happy birthday anyway. That is fantastic. I like birthday cards. Thank you so much. And that comes from Joyce and Gary. Retired U.S. Army people. I'm not going to say their last name or any of that stuff, but thank you guys so much. I really enjoy getting birthday cards in the mail. That was fantastic. And now that Craig is here, let me first say hello to a few more people here. I just saw Craig pop up. I already did that one. Green screen. I need a nature motif. Well, Craig, if you'd been here on time, you found out that I shut off the virtual background because it causes a little bit of lag in the machine, so that when I do this, it overtaxes my machine and my voice gets a little bit further out of sync. So there, you had your little background, but now we're going to shut that back off again. because my computer just doesn't do that very well. It does fine when I'm recording videos, but live streaming has so much other stuff going on. I'm hoping to upgrade this computer at some point, but it's going to have to wait a while, because as with all things, when you're an old retired guy on fixed income, when you go to do stuff, you have to save up for a while. Here what we got here, Carnivore reverses age. Yeah. So Craig, I've been waiting on you to talk about this. Obviously there was a couple of weeks ago somebody asked me if I had an Amazon wish list, which I do. It's linked down in the description. Um, But I was thinking of you when I added this, Craig, because I bought some of those sardines. They had a warning label on them, so I decided not to try them. I threw them away. Well, I found another brand of sardines out there on the Amazon website, and I added it to my wish list. I am not going to buy them. But if you really want to see me eat a sardine live on camera, you can go to my Amazon wish list and send me those sardines. And if you send me those sardines, I will eat at least one can of them live on the live stream after they get here. I might cook them and have them warm, but I will eat them on the live stream if you send them to me. I am not going to buy them for myself. There it is, folks. So now the ball's in your court, Craig. If you really want to see me try a sardine, you got to send them to me. No lag is more important. Absolutely. But so there it is. Tossing it out. The ball's in your court there, Craig. Don't forget, I do have channel memberships running. You don't have to join. I'm going to keep on doing all of my content for free that I've been putting out. But if you like what you see here and you want to support the channel in some small way, maybe a little $3 or $4 donation a month to help me build up a little bit for that new computer that's going to make this live stream even better, that is completely up to you. But go ahead and get those questions in. Let's see here. Oh, I see another comment you pop up. Teresa says, I heat my sardines up a little bit too. Okay, so there we go. But I talk about this a lot more in the video that's coming out tomorrow, but I did want to briefly mention it here in the live stream. Because if you guys recall, I have been talking about how I've been adding the daily minerals, Keto Chow's daily minerals, when I coffee in the morning, because at the time I said it helped me with my cravings, and it is continuing to do that. Instead of sitting around in the evening thinking about perhaps maybe I'll order a pizza, they have continued to squash my cravings. It wasn't just a 1 or 2 day thing. I'm now 2 weeks into it, and they have certainly dropped down my cravings. In fact, I get a little bit sick to my stomach when I think about ordering a pizza. So that's what I was really looking for. So I don't know what it was. I must have been slightly deficient in something. I don't know what it was, but it must be something in the daily minerals. Some mineral, because there's a lot of minerals in there. I'm certainly not going to sit here and try to read the label and list them all off. There's a lot of minerals in there. It was designed by Dr. Berry for Keto Chow. And one of the reasons I'm mentioning this, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I originally had an Amazon link up because if you buy it off of Amazon and you already have Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay shipping on it. I'm not sure what the threshold for free shipping is at Keto Chow, but they are a small company, so they obviously can't afford to send out one bottle of stuff and pay for the shipping on it. But I now am an affiliate with Keto Chow. You'll find a Keto Chow link down in the description of my video. If you don't already have somebody that you're saving 10% with, I would appreciate it if you use my link to go get your Keto Chow product. My link is not only good for the daily minerals, which is what I use, but it's good for 10% off any order that you make through Keto Chow. So just be aware that that's down there. Because they were nice enough to put me in their affiliate program, even though I'm quite a bit below. If I was reading the page right, they like you to have 5,000 subscribers before they even talk to you. But I may have just been misreading their website stuff. But I signed up for it, and just a few days later, got back a welcome Keto Chow email, which is pretty exciting because, I really like Chris and Marion anyway. They're really nice people. So that's what we got going. Oh, Craig has finally mentioned Bob. So I'm going to send a whole case of sardines where you eat all of them. Not all at once. All I'm going to say is that I will try them, and I will try them live on camera. But I'm certainly not going to make a promise that I'm going to eat the whole case right there on camera, because that would be an awful lot of sardines at once. And, well, if they if I try to eat one and it makes me throw up, I probably won't eat more, and I'll probably end up putting those sardines rather than throwing them away because you sent them to me. I will either mail them to you, or I'll set them up in a giveaway. Because I am planning on doing a 5,000 subscriber giveaway of some sort. I haven't decided exactly what that's going to be. It's not going to be a lot because I'm an overtired guy on a fixed income, and I'm saving up for things like a new computer that I think I need and that kind of stuff. But one step at a time. But I will try a sardine if they show up on my front door. That's all I'm going to say about that. Jackie typed something here. I switched job positions at work, so I'll be on a semi-normal schedule starting Monday, so I can go back to doing my lives Wednesday. And yes, out delivering garbage to the masses. Yes, indeed. Hey, a little extra side hustle doesn't hurt anybody. If I didn't have, because I had thought about door dashing once upon a time back when I had a tiny little car. I got rid of the tiny little car because I drove it across country a couple times, and it really made me sore to drive that tiny little car. And I certainly couldn't make any money door dashing in my 20-year-old pickup truck. It's depending on the day and whether I'm going uphill or down, or pulling a trailer or not pulling a trailer. I get somewhere between 9 and 13 miles per gallon on my truck, so I'm certainly not going to go out and go door dashing in my pickup truck. But if you've got a car that's fuel efficient, it's definitely a good little side hustle. Alan is here. Hello, Alan. Still hard at work? Well, at work anyway. I remember those days. You were at work, but not really working really hard. Nothing wrong with that at all, Alan. Twin Brook Acres is here. Hello, Twin. How are you doing today? And there you go. At Craig Smith sent him one can. Yeah, it's the one can is not on the wish list, but you can find that brand and go order up a can and send it. Go right ahead, Craig. Connie is here. Hello, Bob. Are you taking the SemiRetired supplements that Dr. K recommends? Yes, actually, I am. I have a can. Let me see if I can. I have to cover my eyes with the bottle to make it come in focus because my camera is set on eye autofocus. But I take the SemiRetired Ultra, and I take the gotta go that way to cover the Sciactive joint, and the regular Sciactive, and I also take the circulation support plasma flow. I take those. I've been taking the StemEnhance for. I'm almost done with my second bottle, I've been taking the other ones for just under a month now. They were shipped here to the house. I had the first bottle forwarded to me down in North Carolina, so I could start that right away. But the other ones came in here, and I was only about a week and a half from being home, so I did not pay the extra shipping that had been forwarded to me in North Carolina. But I can tell if you all remember when I fell back in January and injured my shoulder, it has, mostly gone. There's still some clicking and popping in it, and my full range of motion is not all the way back. But even in just the short time I've been taking the joint support supplement, I can tell that I'm getting better range of motion in that shoulder that I landed on. And I noticed something in the pool a couple of days ago because I have been one of the things that I do because I need a little bit more range of motion in my knees to be able to get up and down off the floor easier, and that's going to help me with my camping that I'm hopefully going to be doing soon. And I do my range of motion stretches means I do go down into a squat position and push against it a little bit to try and limber my knees up while I'm in the swimming pool because that takes the weight off of my joints and lets them bend a little bit further. And I notice I'm getting quite a bit more range of motion in my knees since starting to take that as well. So I do believe I'm starting to see some results. Hard to believe that I would get results that quickly, but there it is. I will continue to keep you posted. If you'd like to check out the Cerule products, there is a link down in the description. And you can either pay retail for them, which is fantastic for me, pay retail for them, and I make a little bit of money. Or you can send me an email or just check out the website that's linked down there, and you can actually become a distributor for yourself and buy them from yourself at wholesale, which saves you some money. It's there. That's the entire sales pitch in a nutshell. I'm not a salesman. I don't play one on TV. I've got the products available. You can go back and watch my Bart K interview for the real ins and outs of that stuff. And I will probably cut that section of the live stream out in case somebody wants to know about just the Cerule products. And I'll put that up on my channel at some point as its own video. But that's as hard as the sales pitch gets. Yes, I am taking them. Yes, I am starting to see some results. There you go. I hope that answers your question, Connie. And there's Twin talking to Alan. And Sandra saying hello. She's here. And I'm with you on them sardines. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. And Keto Simple is here. Hey, Bob. And chat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed. Did you guys see the short that he put together out of the video, the thing that I said in my live stream either last week or the week before? It was really funny. He did a great job of putting that together. I liked it a lot. Good job. And then we've got some other people saying hello to everybody, saying hello to Jackie and Dustin. See, you guys are a lot more popular than me. You're all saying hello to each other. Thomas is here. Can't do sardines, tinned salmon is fine. I agree with you on that one, Thomas. I bought some because Craig had suggested them a lot. I got them in while I was still down in North Carolina, and I was all set to try them. I had them on I always carried stuff inside the church on my big cutting board for what I was going to cook that night. And I had a can of sardines. I was going to throw them in and try them, but then I was looking at them, and there was some kind of a warning on them. I think it was just something that Overcautious California made them put on those, but it doesn't look like the warning label is on this new brand that I found. So I wasn't sure. I wasn't able to find anything about that warning label. So I decided to err on the side of caution, and I did not eat those sardines that I ordered. The ones that I picked out are a little bit more expensive than the ones that I ordered originally. So we'll see how it goes. But only if Craig sends it. because I'm not paying for sardines to end up throwing them away again. And see, there's more people talking to each other. Sardines are yummy. Yeah, well, because sardines are not advertised as a keto snack. If it had keto on the label and was advertised as a keto snack, I'm guessing you'd be more like, that tastes like butt. I'm pretty sure that's the way you would do those. Kimmer says, I bought 3 different cans of sardines, and my kitty has really enjoyed them. Can't bring myself to eat them. I don't have a cat, but yeah, I completely understand, Kimber. I completely understand. And Alan is not a sardine person either. Let's see here. I like the boneless, skinless with sea salt and olive oil. Okay. And they taste like fatty tuna. Looking well, Bob. Great job. Hello, Squatch, Carnivore Trucker. How are you doing out there? As a retired truck driver, I'm happy you're here. Hopefully, you're getting by on your carnivore journey. Yeah, are you an over-the-road trucker, or do you drive local now? Because it's a lot harder to do when you're over the road. But the thoughts I've had, of course, I was retired long before I started this because my heart surgery retired me from trucking about 10 years earlier than I wanted to. But I have been thinking about it because I know most trucks that are over the road have a little fridge in them, but not much freezer space. But if you pick up a plug-in freezer that you can plug into a cigarette lighter, you can probably store a couple of weeks worth of food in that and then cook it in the truck. But I hope it's going well for you. Welcome to the chat, Squatch. I'm glad you're here. Let's see here. You showed us your electric lawnmower. Do you have an electric? No, I don't. I do not have an electric weed whacker. I don't do weed whacking. Anything that might need weed whack along the edges or underneath the fence line or any of that stuff, my weed whacker is Roundup. I spray it down with Roundup every year so that it dies, and then I don't have to do any edge work. I can get it all with my mower. I like fish, like salmon or cod. I do like salmon, and I like cod. I do a lot. I should say I used to do a lot of fish back before I started on the lion diet. The first 3 months of carnivore, I ate a lot of fish, and some cod fillets may be something that I add back in. I got to get over to the grocery store tomorrow, not my normal grocery store, but I got to run down to Fairway because I saw an ad. One of their ads popped up because I subscribed to a couple of different ad services that send me grocery store ads from around the area. And Fairway, one of my favorite places to go for meat, has feather bones on sale for $1.49 a pound. It's like a pork rib, but they're individuals, and I like feather bones. And for $1.49 a pound, it said limit 10 pounds. So there are 3 of them spread out around me, about a 5 to 10 minute drive in every direction. I may just make the rounds to all 3 stores and end up with 30 pounds of feather bone in the freezer because I love feather bone. Hello, Susan. Well, I must be weird. I love sardines. Well, you're with Craig on this one. And I know a lot of people love sardines. Dr. Barry loves sardines. There's a lot of people out there that like sardines. I don't know if I like sardines. I can't get past how they look to stick them in my mouth. But like I said, I promised if Craig buys them off Amazon and sends them to me, I will try one live on the live stream. And he doesn't want it. Yep, meat, eggs, little dairy, 600 pounds down to 120. Excellent. Excellent. I'm not exactly sure. Did you weigh 600 pounds, or is that a mistake? You're down 120 pounds. I don't know. But anyway, keep up the good work. Whatever the weight loss is, that's definitely worth a high five and a fist bump. Good job. That's two of us. Yep. And it's just you two. You two are alone in the world in liking sardines. Everybody else in the world thinks you two are weird. Congratulations. Yeah. And I also I have some herring on my wish list as well, and I like that stuff. So any of those you want to send along, Craig, go right ahead because I like herring and I will eat that all day, every day. I'm the Carnivore Quest 5,000 pound quest. Yes, I am in that. I follow Carnivore Quest. I love those guys. They are fantastic. Um, the previous two weight loss challenges, I have been a pretty big contributor. The first one, I lost like 38 pounds that month, and the second one, I did like 24 or 25 pounds. This month, I'm probably only going to end up contributing because I'm so much closer to the goal. Um, I'm hoping to lose this last pound, the pound and a half I need to get even 150 pounds gone mark so that I think I'll end up contributing somewhere between 4 and 6 pounds. It's not going to be a lot, but I am in that, and hopefully their whole community gets to 5,000 pounds gone. That would be amazingly awesome. Bob, Roundup might be a great condiment for your setting, like mustard or hot sauce. I like mustard. I like hot sauce. I keep. I don't use much of it very often. I do keep a bottle of yellow mustard, a little small bottle of yellow mustard, in my refrigerator. I keep the big half-gallon size Frank's hot sauce in my refrigerator because, as the commercial says, I put that leaf on everything. I don't actually use it that often anymore. It's still in there from when I bought it back before I left to go south down to North Carolina for the winter. I have not used it since I got back, but I am planning on using it very, very soon. I like Frank's hot sauce on a lot of stuff. I especially like eggs, scrambled eggs, instead of putting cheese and all that other stuff in there. Just salt and Frank's hot sauce and scrambled eggs is amazing. Yes, indeed. Everybody say good job. The squad was 600 in the world of 400. Now it's still going on. Excellent. Excellent. And before you know it, you're going to be in the world of 300. Keep up the excellent work, and you're doing great. And John has arrived. Hello, John. Hello, Bob. I'm going to have to start setting an alarm for the live because I always lose track of the time. That's okay. You're here now. I'm glad you're here. Everybody's glad you're here because if you watch the chat, everybody's going to say hi to John now because now the chat can get started. Now the live stream can start because John has made it. What does that say? 24 CIF band. Can hear okay, but it's a bit noisy and choppy. Okay. I will have to listen. Somebody else mentioned it. I'm going to have to listen to the replay and see what I can do about adjusting things. I don't know. But yeah, I'll certainly work on that. Thanks for the input. I hated mustard. Carnivore makes me love it, but I can't wait to have ketchup again. Just 1 week of BBE go, 265 days done. Remember to buy the no sugar added ketchup and be very careful with it because even the no sugar added ketchup has a lot of stuff in it that's not very good for HIV. But it is, again, of course, entirely up to you. I'm not going to get mad at you for having ketchup. ketchup. Just be aware that if my coffee cup were an actual bottle of ketchup, the sugar would be up to about here, and all the rest of the ingredients would cover that much of it. So there's a lot of sugar. If you buy regular ketchup, they do have the no sugar added, but it's still not great for you. So just be aware. But I'm sure you are. And John saying hello to everyone. Yes, indeed. Oh, I've been saying that banner down there all the time. Let me go ahead and change that out, put my email up there. So if you have any questions that you don't feel like asking in the chat, be sure to hit me up at that email address now scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Let me go back over a couple of things that I went over early, and for some of you that are late arrivals. Oh, and also, there are now 36 of you. Thank you. I'm glad you are here. Again, Patty, you see in the comments, Patty Roberts, a lot. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Patty! If you're watching this, I'm sure you will. I don't think you're here now, but when somebody sees her comment on something later on, make sure you go back and say happy birthday to her in the comments. And I did get a birthday card. Woohoo! Look at that. I got to cover my face up to make the camera focus on it. I got a birthday card from Joyce and Gary. They're retired U.S. Army. I like getting birthday cards. That was awesome. Thank you guys so much. She only gets the sugar-free Heinz. Alright. Is it any good? I've never tried it. I don't really miss ketchup that much. I do like mustard, especially if I'm having. There's some all beef hot dogs that I get. I used to get. I'm going to get some more as soon as I'm done. I'm staying pretty strict lion diet until my 60th birthday, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks. And at that point, I'm going to go more back towards carnivore rather than just lion diet. And there's a place down the road from me called Stoysage House of Sausage, where they make their own brats and they make their own hot dogs, wieners, all sorts of different stuff. And they have an all beef natural casing hot dog that is amazing. And I like to get those, cook them on the grill, and dip those in some mustard. And I'm probably going to buy several pounds of those the day before my birthday. Because I may have, I've been thinking about what do I want to have for my 60th birthday celebration. And I've been thinking about, having a big, fat, juicy ribeye, or I have a tri-tip in the freezer. I may cook that up. But, I really think I might just go over to Stoysage and get, a couple or 3 pounds of those all-beef hot dogs. Grill all of those up, put them in mustard, and have that for my birthday meal. Because, I can take some of those and stand them up on end and make it look like candles on a birthday cake. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's what I may do for my birthday. I still haven't decided. I got about 10 days to decide what I'm going to have for my 60th birthday celebration. Okay, Connie says, do you eat any chicken? I do. Not right now because I'm doing lion diet, and lion diet is just ruminant meat, salt and water. Plus, I add in a few eggs here and there because meat is a little on the pricey side no matter where you're buying it. And I eat a lot. So if my packaged meat that I get out of the freezer comes in at less than 2¼ pounds, I know I'm going to still be a little bit hungry, so I'll have 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 fried eggs with that. But I try to keep my meat packages big enough that I don't have to do that very often. But when I do eat chicken, because chicken is not a super fatty meat, I almost always have either some fried beef fat chunks with it, or I add butter to it on the side. I notice some lives I get notification telling me the channel's going live in half an hour. No, it's an automatic thing from YouTube that's supposed to happen to all the subscribers. Um, Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's one of those things that I don't understand. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. YouTube is supposed to automatically send it out, but sometimes it just doesn't go out everything. Yep. Here's the best tasting ingredients. I've tried Hughes, Primal Kitchen, and a few others. Okay, well, I will have to look for that. Sounds like a great birthday dinner. Teresa says I can't do Primal Kitchen, but luckily I love just salt. I do too. I like salt a lot. I really do. And it was the oddest thing. I went to order some more salt. I always like to order a new bag of Redmond salt when I get down to almost the halfway mark because I would hate to run out of salt. That would be very, very bad. And for some reason, it has come back down, but I order it from Amazon for the same reason I was ordering my Keto Chow stuff from Amazon because if you order straight from Redmond, but I don't buy enough to get free shipping. Um, but I was always getting the fine ground salt. Um, but for some reason, when I went to order it this last time, the fine ground was like $13 a bag, and the kosher, which is the next size up, kosher grind, that was less than $8. So I bought a bag of the kosher. So now I have two sizes of salt. I have the fine ground and the bigger stuff, and I find I like the bigger stuff even a little better. So I may start getting that. Um, um, I'm going to have to try all the different grinds because now that I've discovered different grinds have different flavors to it, I might have to try them all. But I love Redmond's real salt. Here, you've done so well. Do you avoid diet pop water? Yes, if you go back and watch in my earliest videos, I covered it was actually I took the idea from Misha because I was a Diet Coke addict. I drank a lot of Diet Coke early, and I've been drinking a lot of Diet Coke for 15 years. But when I started this way of eating, about 2 weeks into it, I decided it was time to start trying to cut out the chemical storm that is Diet Coke. So I bought myself some sparkling water and the Diet Coke, and I started mixing about I poured it in a glass, took about 3/4 of the glass, filled it up with Diet Coke, and then topped it off with sparkling water. Did that for a while, and then I cut it down to 50/50. And after that started tasting okay to me, I cut it back to where I was just using 25% Coke and 75% sparkling water in a glass. And after that, I did buy one more 6-pack of bottles of Diet Coke, and I never even got all the way through it. I'm like, I'm just done with that. I'm not wild. I don't need the fizz. I'm not wild about sparkling water by itself. So now I just drink regular old water. And I know drinking water out of a plastic glass is not great for you, but I have an entire cupboard full of, because I used to, eat out a lot of fast food. I have a matching set of about 350 32-ounce plastic cups from different fast food places. So I'm certainly not going to throw them away. And I never put hot stuff in. It's just cold, so I'm not that worried about microplastics coming from those cups. But yeah, so I do not drink. I just use water now and my coffee in the morning. I do some mustard, some salt, Redmond seasoned salt. I've made bacon mayonnaise. I've seen those recipes. It looks really good. I may try some of that at some point, but I've never been a huge fan of mayonnaise anyway, so we'll see how it goes. I've been meaning to try a lot of stuff, but I got into this lion diet kick, and everything's been going so well for me. I hate to rock the boat. I don't seem to be getting these notifications anymore. I wish I could tell you what to do about that. You may want to go and check and make sure that the little bell notification is turned on next to the subscribe button. If you click on the bell, there's 3 or 4 different options you can set. So you may want to check that and make sure that it's on all, so that you're getting all of the notifications. Loved your smash burger. When will we get more cooking demonstrations? Well, stay tuned very soon there, Craig. I believe if you watch tomorrow's video all the way to the end, you'll find, I know it's a very short section, but you'll find a little bit of cooking at the end of tomorrow's video. And I think Saturday videos I'm going to try and add a little cooking with Bob section at the end of each Saturday videos. I'm still working on my schedule for what I'm going to do when, because, I've got, my bread and butter. I still want to do the walking, talking, carnivore, what is my regular video format, where I walk around with my camera in front of my face and talk to you while I'm walking. But I want to go to the Y and work out in the pool. I'm going to go to the Y and lift weights. I want to do interviews. I want to make some sit-down videos. And I want to do some cooking stuff. So I got to try and work out a schedule for when I'm going to put stuff out. And as soon as I get that schedule worked out, you guys that are my regular subscribers and those of you that show up to Friday lives are going to be the first to know this stuff, except for my channel members. My channel members get to know stuff first because I put it out in member-only community posts. So if you'd like to be an insider and know what stuff goes, what's happening around the channel, you go down below, click the join button. It's only a few dollars a month. It helps support the channel, and you get to know about stuff sooner. Connie, what day is your 60th? My 60th is the 10th, next Wednesday. My 1-year anniversary is the 9th, and my 60th birthday is the 10th. When I do chicken, I put it in my crock pot, and for 8 bucks, I put in a half pound of butter with it. That's good. That's good. The last time I made chicken was, I took an idea from Robin at Simple Food, Simple Life, and I literally took all of my chicken thighs and coated them, literally slathered them in butter before I put them in the oven. And they turned out so good. Fantastic. Susan, hi John, I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel. Sometimes I get the notifications, sometimes not. Yeah, see, and that's what it is too. I mean, I just noticed I was going through Peter McKinnon. He's a big photographer. If you guys don't know, he's an almost 6 or 7 million subscriber photography channel. But I really like his stuff. I was just scrolling through the page a little while ago and noticed that he had a video that came out a few hours ago, but I did not get the notification from him. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. Just the Redmonds is a little more money. Yeah, I know Redmonds is a little more expensive than some folks, but I really like to play the Redmonds. Was the interview did yesterday with Carnivore? Kip keeps teasing and interviewing did someone, and I'm thinking it's you. I will tell you that I did an interview yesterday, and I've got several interviews recorded. They're going to come out on Tuesdays. So if you want to know who my video is with this Tuesday, you will have to tune in Tuesday at 2:45 to find out. Or you can join my YouTube channel, because those people actually have my interview schedule with who is upcoming. Because I got a couple other ones coming up that are going to be pretty fun. I've got some good ones. I got a really good one coming up on May the 9th. That's when I'm recording it. I'm not sure when I'm going to put it up. I know Hyla. I can tell you that I don't know when they are because I don't my schedule's over there. I know I've got Hyla at Craft and Carnivore is coming up sometime. I've got an interview with Carnivorous Me, Amanda, is coming up. Um, if you want to know more, you got to join the channel or just wait till they release. And while we're talking about that, if any of you have a story that think you'll be interesting, that you don't think it doesn't have to be a whole hour-long interview. If you have a story that you would like to tell, I'm happy to give you a place to tell that. Just send me an email at that address that's scrolling beneath the screen, and I will see about. We'll set up a time, and I'll get you on my channel as well. Because if I have 2 or 3 short interviews, I could do an interview hour where I mix in 2 or 3 or 4 of you that have just a short one to tell. So there you go. Ways to Bob. Hello, Buck. I'm glad you're here. Oh, maybe Carnivore Kit, maybe not. Yeah. I'm near your age, a little older. Let's hear some oldies in your daily walks. I do have some oldies. I tend to go with more of a jazz kind of a thing in my walking videos because I like that. But we'll see what I can find. It's basically I use Epidemic Sound due to licensing reasons. You have to have the actual licenses to do to put music in YouTube videos, and I'll see what I can find in the oldies sections on Epidemic Sound. But it's the best music service. I do pay a little bit of money for it. It's not a lot, but I do pay a little bit because what can happen when you use these free music services is that somebody can later decide, they can get a record contract or a recording contract with somebody, and they sell the rights to their music to this company. Well, now this stuff that you may have put their stuff in a video 5 years ago, forgotten completely about them, but because they have now sold the license, you could end up getting a copyright strike on something you put up on YouTube 3, 4, 5 years ago. And you have to either give them the money for it or take the video down or a combination thereof. So to avoid all those problems, I use Epidemic Sound. Link in the description. I am an affiliate with them, so if you click the link, I get all the money. The way they are different from many of the other places is they own all of the music. People that record music tracks for them sign an agreement that after they have been paid, rather than getting paid royalties, they're getting paid a flat sum from Epidemic Sound, and Epidemic Sound now owns all that music, so you don't have to worry about the copyright problems on down the road because Epidemic Sound owns all of the music. And I agree, Amanda is a sweetie. I'm looking forward to talking to her at some point in the future. And Sana is here. Hello, Sana. I'm glad you're here. This is Perfectly Imperfect Keto. She has a YouTube channel. She's starting to pick up a little bit of momentum, so if you haven't been watching her, I suggest you go check out her channel. She's a really sweetheart. Wondering if you were a coast-to-coast driver and what you did to eat on the road and this. Oh, yeah, I did the entire lower 48. I was over the road. I ate a whole bunch of stuff. I did try to follow my gout diet as closely as possible and my diabetes diet as closely as possible, but I fluctuated between 325 and 350 pounds pretty much the entire time I was in the road truck driver. Yeah. Truck stops a lot. Back in the old days, I don't know if they're any good anymore. Back in the old days, Flying J truck stops used to have Saturday and Sunday morning breakfast buffet, and I always like to try to stop there and park at one of those on a Friday night because that Saturday morning breakfast buffet, I could tear that up, and I could eat a plate of bacon and then a plate of sausage and a plate of eggs, plus all the potatoes and pancakes and everything else. I could do some serious damage with an all-you-can-eat buffet that Flying J used to put on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Did you lose your taste for it? I had a can yesterday just to get some variety. No, I have not been supplementing with tuna because since I got home to where beef is cheaper, I do still have some ground beef, and I have some tuna in the cupboard. So if I eat a bunch of ground beef, just a big bowl, I'll throw some tuna in there. But pretty much since I got home, I found those standing rib roasts on sale. I got some other stuff on sale. I've been eating really good since I got home. The only time I've had ground beef since I got home was I made that huge smash burger, a 2-pound smash burger, in video earlier this week or last week. I don't remember when it was. And then there's some burgers in tomorrow's video, but those are supplemental to the ribs that were the rib part of the standing rib roast that ended up getting cooked up in the air fryer. Tune in tomorrow, check those out. Hello, Hyla. I'm glad you're here. And everyone's saying hello to each other. Saying hello to each other. Can you crochet Bob a sardine sweater? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, stop it. I forgot to shut my phone off in the airplane mode. So that's Mom. She can wait. I'll call her back in about another 5 minutes here. We're coming down to the end of it here, folks. If you have any questions, we'll do a little rapid fire around here for about the next 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not actually ignoring you. I'm looking at the big screen so I can read stuff quicker and easier. The rapid fire round, those are just people saying hello to everybody. And addressing organ meat stuff, especially liver. Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed that Bart K video. If you have not watched it yet, be sure and go back and check that out because there's a lot of really good information in there. Speaking of meat, I'm enjoying some buttery, fatty chuck roast for Omaha dinner. Her food always looks so good. I need to get down to wherever she's at and have her just cook for me. I need to take my trailer and just camp out in her driveway for a week or two and let Sana feed me for a while because her food always looks so good. Stop calling, Mom. I will get back to you in a minute. Good grief. Yep, everyone hit the like button for Bob before this ends. Thanks. And should we fear too many eggs? No, not at all. I forget. It was either Dr. Berry or it may have been it may have been Dr. Chafee, or if I had to guess, I'd say it was in one of the talks I was watching that had Dr. Baker in it. But somebody said, no, well, depending on how big an eater you are, you might not want to go over 3 or 4 dozen eggs a day. There's absolutely nothing wrong with too many eggs. There's no reason to fear eggs because cholesterol, if you watch my interview with Bart K, Professor Bart K, you'll find out that there's nothing to worry about. Cholesterol does not cause heart disease. And eggs are one of the true superfoods out there. They're almost a perfect 1-to-1 fat protein ratio, and they have everything in them that it takes to make a whole chicken. So there's absolutely no reason to fear eggs. I know a lot of people that some days when they're on the go, I don't like raw eggs, but I know a couple of people that because they're on the go, sometimes their one meal a day will just be a dozen raw eggs in a pitcher, and they just drink it down and they're done. I don't like raw eggs. I like to cook them, but there's no reason to fear eggs. And let's see here. Have you taken vitamin D or magnesium since on carnivore? No. Well, they get tested in my regular lab work that happened on back 4 month mark. I had a new lipid panel done while I was down in North Carolina. I number one don't worry about magnesium because I have no problems in that area, and vitamin D. Well, you see how tan my skin is. That's not because I'm of Mediterranean descent. If I were to lift up my shirt, which I'm not ever going to do on camera, you'll find that my skin is ghost white. I am of that descent, but I spend a lot of time out in the sun. In the summertime, I've never been vitamin D deficient. I have plenty of vitamin D. I get out in the sun all the time. There's no reason to think that I'm vitamin D deficient. It was on my channel. I expect him to have me on his channel at some time in the future, but as you can imagine, Professor K is extremely busy. I actually scheduled that interview hour with him more than a month and a half ago. His schedule it fills up very quickly, so if you want to do stuff with him, you have to schedule it way out in advance. But it was on my channel. It was just released on Tuesday, so you can go back and check that out. Yep, eggs are a superfood. Hey, Alan, everybody's saying hello to each other. Dr. B jokingly said 8. I think that was a 7 dozen, I think it was. Let's see here. People saying hello to each other. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Yes, that is it. Crafty, did you see my comment about knitting Bob a sweater, a sardine sweater? She doesn't want to do that. But anyway, I've gone a couple of minutes over time, and I've gotten to the bottom of the chat. I don't see any questions in there that I've missed. If I did miss your question, I'm sorry. But as I always say, don't forget to get out there and be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I will see you tomorrow.